Here we go. It's worth mentioning that walnut is my favorite wood to work with. It's just, even as a guy who goes against the grain a little bit for, like, okay, there are certain things I don't like about woodworking, where guys just sort of take like nice sounding woods and be like, oh, like I just did like an epoxy pour of this or whatever, and blah blah blah, all those things to say. They do walnut a lot, and they sand it to this like super refined shape or whatever, and I'm always like, yeah, you know what, it's kind of stupid, like I don't really like it. But, you know, as a wood to work with, walnut, it's literally, black walnut specifically, is the nicest one. As a local sourced wood, is one that's pretty fast growing. As one that's like great when it's split and all this stuff. This has been milled. I bought it from someone. I cut off an end here, and I used it for a cutting board, and I did it all just a hand plane. But you know, I love this wood like to death. I honestly, it's my favorite one. It's so nice. Such an easy wood to work with. It's important to wax these planes, especially the metal ones, obviously, for very simple reasons. Sorry, it's really windy outside. So nice. So it's kind of awkward right now. I don't have the space to have this. Like, I'm like over the summer, I'm gonna move this like shelf and all its contents over somewhere else, but like I can't get behind this slab to work on it. So that's gonna be a future thing. So, but for right now, what you can do is you can pull the plane like this towards you, and waxing it helps out. So it's very nice. Hey, Socks. Buddy. Hey. Hey, Socks. Hey, buddy. Sorry, my dog was freaking out. And the door keeps closing. It's so windy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, I'm all good. I'm all good, buddy. Alright. It's pretty nice shavings, too. These are pretty thick shavings. I'm trying to make it so that I can get a thinner cut. How's that? It's fairly thin. There we go. Can make this thinner. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Somehow my plane is leaving these weird tracks, so just going to take this down here. Sorry. Digging in the corner here. Okay. Actually, I have. Oh, I see. That explains it. Part of this plane was digging into the work, so I'm just gonna have to fix that real quick. In. Give me a sec here and I'll fix this. Okay. rounded out the corners a little bit, so shouldn't be digging into this work. Normally what people do with these smoothing planes is they just take a here. This should be perfect. Double check with a ruler sometimes to make sure I've got good contact. Dang, okay. Alright, hopefully that works. If not, I can just take it back to the whatever I'm doing. That work sharpen. Just take the corners down again. Okay. Hopefully. Are we getting plane tracks? No, we're not getting plane tracks, so we're all good. We're all good, buddy. Hey, come on, up. Show them your face to the camera. Yeah. Alright, buddy. Scratch up the neck a little bit. Yeah. Well, you can't hop up here. That's pretty good. Alright, that's much better. Just gonna take the planing tracks out of the other side here. And then we'll probably, what I'll do is I'll take a scraper and just go over it. Yeah, I'll probably just scrape it to get rid of those planing marks. But yeah. Here, let me show you actually. So I might use a better tool for this, but essentially there's these deep scratches in here. And it's from this digging in to the corner, like along like these little corners. So normally the way you do it is you could just retract it. So I might just try that. Let's see what happens if I do And then I'll go over it one more time. It's a simple trick. It's a simple trick. You don't have to do that much. But and every time I talk, my dog gets very upset with me, so you know what? I'll just use a scraper for this part. It's not quite it's still digging in on some spots, so I might have to also look over the plane with some sandpaper, like the actual body of it too, to make sure it's not just. Yeah, I think it's the front that's actually digging in, so I might just take care of that. But you know, it's also doing the part of flattening the lumber itself. So got this guy right here. Let's take a more heavy shaving. Oh, it's also unbearably cold. It's so cold out. Sun's down, temperature's dropped. It's more nice sounding if I have wax on it. It's easier on the ears. You know what? I'm going about this all wrong. I could just use my Japanese blade. Could you just use my Japanese blade? It can make my life way easier if I just tried that. Because then I can actually use the full part of the slab here, and I won't feel like such a moron. It's also actually, despite it being cold, I'm actually working up a sweat doing this. So it's so cold you can see your breath. It's freezing everything. And yeah, I'm really, really like, I get really hot working in here. So let's take this Just gonna move it to the floor here. There we go. So we'll retract the blade a little bit. It's doing a much better job because these Japanese planes, they already have the corners ground off of them, and they give you these blades, so it just looks much better. Oh, still need to retract the blade a little bit. Okay. Still has a couple spots here, so I'm just going to hit it with the cabinet scraper. Just going to scrape the top here, but it does look really nice. And then once the finish hits it, it's going to be so nice as a table or whatever. But I might just use this side. It's going against, like, the way the green orientation is. Actually, I think it's going to work opposite for me, but the way this is going to want to do is cup in this direction once it dries a little bit, but it's going to be a large enough table. It's not going to matter that much. So. But yeah, this looks really good. Just hit it a couple more times. And you know what? I might as well just use my regular plane. I like that one. This is a Stanley number 8 with a Hawk iron. And Hawk is a maker of replacement blades. And, you know, at first I thought, you know, Max, you're being a bit of a dummy, spending a bunch of money on a replacement blade, and I kind of like it. I know it's a thick iron, and there's a debate to be had around those things, but it just performs. Oh, sorry, it's this thick shaving setting I had. There we go. Such a nice job, you know? I mean, proof is in the shavings here. So. Actually, I found that perfect setting I was talking about with, it's removing the plane tracks. It's kind of so funny. But it can't hurt to still take part in that exercise of just removing any and all imperfections with the scraper. Yeah. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It seems to have some sort of deep effect here. Lighter pass. take there we go. Honestly, this turned out much better than I had hoped. But still, routine does serve us better. Let me hit the other side with the plane because it's got some deep scratches right here that I think it's probably me. So. It's beautiful. That's so pretty. I love it. Love it. Alright, I'm gonna clean up the sides here. But I need to put my dog inside.